Hey guys, Kyle here to reviewing set 70679, the Ultra Dragon. The set released January 2019, comes with 6 minifigures and retail for €90. So let's get into the review. So taking a look at the first minifigure we have in this set, it's Legacy 1 Lloyd, which, while it's not a super common one, it's not really that hard to find either. It comes in, I believe, maybe 2 or 3 other sets in this. Underneath, he's just got the normal movie Lloyd face. And taking a look at the front printing, as you can see, he's got a nice dragon there. At the back, as well, that the printing continues. As well as he's got the Legacy 1 cowl, which honestly, I think these suits are okay, but for they're meant to combine like the pilot suits and the DX, or not the DX, the Season 1 suits, which obviously Lloyd didn't really have those, but I don't know, not really the best suits. I mean, they look okay, but more or less fit for March the Oni, not really Legacy. So let's move on to the next minifigure. So the next minifigure we have in the set is Legacy Wu, which I've already sort of reviewed in the Golden Mech, which you should check that out, by the way, if you haven't already. But yeah, there's not too much to say about this. It's essentially the black robes from 2011, but just like with higher quality prints, and as well as, I believe that says Master in Ninjago language, which before the original it was just random lettering. Yeah, not too much to say about this. It's a pretty generic Wu figure, and it uses the happy movie face. So yeah, let's move on to the next minifigure. So the next minifigure we have in this set is Legacy Pythor, who, other than this set, I believe only comes in Jay's Stormfighter, I believe that's what it's called. Haven't reviewed that in a while. But yeah, not too much to say about this. Just a nice looking Pythor print. Which, if you take a look at the torso, it's got a jewel there, which I'm not too sure if that was in the show. I don't really remember. It hasn't really been in the show for a while. At the back as well, he's got this necklace thing. The only really bad thing about this is that he's got black arms, which in the show, they're fully purple. Same with the hands, which is a bit weird. But he also has this dagger, which I'm going to guess is a Fang Blade, but it doesn't have any printing here at the bottom, which the original Fang Blades did, which is a bit weird. I suppose they're not really in too much other Legacy sets either, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, let's take a look at the next minifigure. So the next figure we have is Legacy Lord Garmadon, which just looks pretty good. Only a real complaint with this minifigure is that the helmet is black instead of gunmetal gray, which is in the show, and I believe the original one is. But yeah, if you take off the top torso, which just comes off like that, as you can see, it's just got a ribcage patterns. At the back, it's also got printing for shoulder blades, and as well as the robe, which not too much to say about that, other than I suppose it's pretty good. For, I believe, the junior set last year, they just simply used this Garmadon, but without the top bit, or the top torso, I should say, and just the normal bottom one for the pilot one. But yeah, not too much to say about that, so let's move on to the next minifigure. The next minifigure we have in the set is Legacy Lasha, which we don't actually get in too many sets. I believe the only other set he comes in is the Blade Cycle and Ice Mobile set, which is retired, and I believe also came out in January 2019, maybe somewhere, I'm not too sure. But take a look at the prints. As you can see, it's not too much. I believe it's the same as the Legacy Lasha, or slightly different at least. Yeah, as you can see there. Lasha also comes in the set, which, forget here. Yeah, this is the one that comes in the set. Again, not too much differences. It just comes with this sword, which is more or less the ones used in the pilots for the Skulkin in like a tan color, I suppose. But yeah, I suppose that's a 2-in-1 review right there. But not too much to say about Lasha. I believe though the headpiece is coming in the the summer 2021 sets, I should say, but it's going to be in blue for obviously a Hypnobrai minifigure, which I believe, I'm not too sure what the figure is called, but yeah, let's move on to the actual main build of the set. Alright, now take a look at the main build of this set, which, as you can see, is so big I had to move the display. Yeah, this is on my shelf now, where I display my bigger sets. But also, I apologize for the dust. This has been sitting on top of the shelf for the past, well, since December. So it's incredibly dusty up there. which I do apologize for that, and sorry if that annoys you. But taking a look at the heads, they're all brick built, which, I mean, if you look at the original images of the 2012 set, I believe that's when it came out, they used the molds, which don't really look the best. Here they're brick built, obviously, as I just said, but they're all very unique compared to the original. As you can see, they've got different prints based on the element. For instance, for fire, there's a flame. For ice, there are shards. For earth, there's just a really bad sticker. I don't know why that's there. It's just a crack. And for lightning, it's kind of hidden, but as you can see, there's a bit of electricity. And if you look at all of them as well, they all have stud shooters instead of the this is going to sound mad, but the ball in their mouth, which you would just press down like that, kind of like Bionicle. Taking like the wings as well, they're made of this plastic material. It's also got a handle, which obviously works as a handle. But if you press down, and it's not going to work here because the display at the back is stopping that wing, but if I just move it, if you press down, the wings go down, and so do the legs. But I usually have this in this, I suppose, pose because it's just a lot better. Taking a look at the wing, or the tail, I should say. It's just got a bunch of spikes and some green pieces. I don't know what these pieces are called. These green translucent pieces, which looks really good, if I'm being honest. I do like the green that's sprinkled throughout the set. I think it just looks a lot better than the original, which was mainly just this big white and gray dragon, which thankfully the legacy one completely blows it out of the water. But also here as well, you got a little saddle, which in the original used guns for some reason, which does not fit Ninjago. So it looks a lot better here. As you can see as well, it's got just a very dark green seat, and you can easily fit Lloyd on there as well. There's no second seat for Wu, but usually I display him up here, so not too much to say about that. Oh, and I also forgot. Almost well. We also have the side build, which you just heard that is this shooting out. Not too much to say about this. It's kind of compared to the original, it's kind of pathetic because the original had a big jail cell, and this is just this measly shooter. But also, the original had the Great Devourer, which is not in the set either, because this set would be pretty expensive if it did. Which, I mean, hopefully we do get a Legacy Great Devourer in the style of Firefang, but I don't know, for this year at least we're not getting that. Maybe next year, but they'll probably prioritize the possession sets. But yeah, not too much to say about this, so let's look at the instructions, the packaging, and the final verdict. Now, to look at the instructions, these are very thick, by the way, as you can see there. We just got the box there, and as well as for the instructions app. And if we go and look at the ads, there's only two. There's one for Legacy, which has I don't know what that QR code does, by the way. I presume it's something to do with Lego TV, but as you can see there as well, it's just got some clips from Season 1 and Season 8 for some reason. A bit random. And at the back as well, you just got the other page at the back. You just got Lego Life and Lego Instructions. And yeah, not too much to say about the instructions really. So let's move on to the box. So take a look at the box. As you can see, it is massive, but it's all worth it. As you can see here, it's just got Garmadon and the other snakes just chilling, and the dragon shooting at them, which that's the way Wu is displayed on the dragon in the box, which is what I was on about earlier. As you see there, just more of the box there, and as well as the Legacy 1 Lloyd on the spine. At the back, there's just some play features of the heads, like moving and shooting off the stud shooters, and as well as some shots from the show, primarily from, I believe, the end of Season 1 and the end of Season 2, as you see there. Yeah, not too much to say about it. If you take a look at the top of the box, which hopefully all the spare parts don't fall out. You just see all the minifigures up here: Wu, Lloyd, Garmadon, Pythor, Spitta, Lasha. Yeah, not too much to say about this. Overall opinions on this set is that I would say this was one of the best dragons that were still on shelf. I'm not too sure when it retired, but I want to say maybe January this year, because this was available, like quite a bit of these sets were available up till December at least, because that's when all the shops closed because of lockdown again. Well, I also forgot to mention here as well, it just shows featured in Season 1, as well as Pythor and the QR code. Not too sure what this QR code is to. If you do know, let me know in the comments, because that'll be very interesting, and might pin your comment, who knows. But yeah, I would say if you can still somehow get this set, which again it's retired, but I do know some shops in America still do sell retired sets years after they've discontinued. But yeah, I would say this is one of the best dragons. I know we might have to wait till summer to see about that with the fire and the water dragon and the unfortunate half of Wajura that's in the Endless Sea set. But yeah. Well, that's in that. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.